Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rajas Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support. Kaka, today in your newspapers on the Daily Nation, you have seen a huge headline. The state has little control over the e-citizen. The state, you mark my words, the state has little control over the e-citizen portal. Now, my big question this morning, who is the owner of this platform and how close are they related with the current administration? When I saw this headline, that is the question that came into my mind. Yes, Nancy Gitau, I think that is her right name, the Auditor General. Yes, Nancy Gudugu. Yes, General Nancy Gadungu. Not Gitau. Nancy Gadungu. Nancy Gadungu is giving revelations to Kenyans that as much as we are singing that we want all government services to operate via the e-citizen, the platform in its entirety, Kizungu bwana, the e-citizen is owned by private firms. Now, another question comes, how safe is our data as responsible Kenyans? One, we need to understand, if the state has no control over this e-citizen, how safe is our data as Kenyans? How safe will our money be, the one which we will be paying through the e-citizen? And I think, Kaka, I have been proven right. There is a video I did 2 weeks ago on how insecure the e-citizen will be to parents paying school fees. Nancy Gadungu is proving me right on my sentiments I said few weeks ago. And Kaka, I've always said I don't miss my words when I speak something. So today, there is an article in our dailies, and it says, Ms. Gadungu is asking, or is saying, preliminary review of operations of the e-citizen government digital payments, GDP platforms, indicated that despite the strategic importance of the e-citizen, the government does not have full control of the system and relies significantly on the vendor for some critical functions. Lack of full control of the system exposes the government to the risk of revenue leakage. Lack of full accountability, system unavailability or downtime, security vulnerabilities, and threats, including lack of business continuity. These are the same fears I raised 2 weeks ago. I asked Kenyans, how secure are we in the e-citizen? I gave an example. Few years ago, the e-citizen, the entire portal went down, and there were allegations it was hacked from one of the East African countries. I pointed out a number of billions lost via the e-citizen that can never be accounted for. Now, the Auditor General is saying this special audit is informed by the current strategic importance of the e-citizen in the financial architecture of the government. The special audit is expected to provide highlights on the credibility and reliability of the e-citizen system, including assurance on whether data processed through the system is accurate and complete. Review of financial operations of the GDPU indicates that reconciliations and settlements were done manually on 2 days a week. The procedures are tedious and entail the physical transfer of documents for approvals. Further, manual processing introduced the risk of human errors and delays in the transfer of the payments. Ladies and gentlemen, Gadungu is further warning Kenyans that the e-citizen, therefore, is not possible to establish the terms of the consultancy and the possibilities of each party in the management of the e-citizen government digital payments systems. The report further says, lack of an approved IT policy may result in an unclear direction regarding maintenance of information security across the units and safeguarding the unit's ICT assets. In these circumstances, users may not have any rules and procedures to follow in order to minimize the risk of errors, fraud, and the loss of data confidentiality, integrity, and availability. In addition, the system lacks an approved business continuity plan and a secondary backup site. I want to sum up this report in simple statements so that Kenyans can understand this from a layman's point of view. There are two facts you cannot erase from this. Two facts I've come across. One, the e-citizen is never secure to hold huge sums of cash transfer. It's not safe from this report. That is one fact. Fact number two, the e-citizen platform is someone's kiosk. When it is someone's kiosk, the government has not bothered first to lay down a framework on how the two are going to work. The government, that is the state, and the owner of the system. According to Nancy, she says, there is no IT policy that safeguards the government involvement in the e-citizen platform. This is scientific, and you are bound to lose some terms. Now, when it's someone's kiosk, because the owner of the kiosk has no documented IT framework between him and the state, the kiosk can close anytime. And what happens if the kiosk closes anytime? One, we lose cash in billions. Two, we lose access to critical services. If we are to transfer all government, by the way, na hii serikali, what a sick government. How do you transfer all government services to a website that you don't own? Surely. As I said 2 weeks ago, the push to the e-citizen is a lucrative business for some individuals. The push to migrate to a site that as Kenyans we don't own is a business opportunity some people have seen to tap cash, to loot, and blame it on lost cash from the platform. So entirely, I repeat myself, and I've done this severally. Kenyans, it's high time we safeguard our tax. And by this, we should begin a revolution of rejecting the transferring of school fees payment to the e-citizen platform. This is entirely enriching some individuals in the Ministry of Education. This is entirely enriching. And I repeat, my question, I want you to answer me in the platforms. Now that the Auditor General has confirmed e-citizen is someone's kiosk, our question is, when Ruto is pushing us to it, the question I ask as a responsible Kenyan is, how is the owner of the kiosk related to the president? That is our big question tonight. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.